Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in today's Truth Talk episode. So, just want to give you guys a quick recap of the last episode you probably heard, which was called Choosing Purpose Over Preference. And with that, I spoke about when it comes to relationships. So, whether it's your friendship, whether it's your personal romantic relationship, any relationship, it can apply. So it's best that we have people that can help us move towards our purpose instead of drifting us away. So that's what I spoke about. So today's episode, the topic is one that everyone can relate to, whether you are a creative entrepreneur, whether you're a business person, whatever you do, you can tune in with this one. So it's also going to be a different kind of episode because I have a co-host and I want my co-host to introduce herself. Go ahead.
Hey everyone, it's Bridget, aka Squeaky or Squeaks. I'm from Jersey, I'm Ghanaian, and I'm on this episode of Truth Talk.
Okay, so our topic today is collaboration. So basically what collaboration means to me is bringing two things together and making one big idea. What does collaboration mean to you, Bridget?
It means teamwork. Like a bunch of people just coming together, bouncing off ideas off of each other, and just creating maybe like dope events, dope content.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question we're gonna move into: why should people collaborate? Like, why is it necessary?
I feel like it's necessary to collaborate in order for your brand to grow. Mm-hmm. Because like if you just stick to yourself the whole time, you don't know you just don't have like a second opinion or multiple opinions. So I just feel like your whole brand will just be one way, mm-hmm. and it'll just be stagnant. But if you collab with other people, you get ideas, you know what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you just basically grow a bond too.
Yes. It brings in this concept of like being more open-minded, because you're not sticking to only what you believe. Like, you have different perspectives that are coming in when you work with other people. So the next thing we're gonna move to is, so both of us are Ghanaian, and we want to touch upon like our culture with the Ghanaian culture when it comes to collaboration. We're just cracking up because, man, it's something that I feel like it's missing within our culture. So if you're Ghanaian, if you're not, like, I hope you guys probably can relate this within your culture. It's probably different. So I listened to Jesus in Jollof by Yvonne and Lovely, and I love their podcast.
It's dope. It is.
It's really good. So if you guys haven't heard them, check them out. But it was the last episode that I heard was they were talking about collaborations on, with them being Nigerian, they have a whole group of people that they go to, and they're able to help them here. People that they know from Twitter, people that they know from Apple. What else? Like, what other people that they know?
I don't know, a whole bunch of like actors.
Mm-hmm.
Just everybody who's doing their thing.
That's doing something. And then I looked at reflecting on me, like, when it comes to the Ghanaian culture, I feel like I don't really have that as much, that I can hit up somebody that, oh, hey, let's do something, let's collaborate on this.
Somebody reliable.
Yeah.
Actually.
But this is the thing, too, because I feel like okay, so we see the Nigerian culture, like, a lot of people, like, when it comes to, just even when it's come to like big things, so there's all these doctors, there's all these nurses and stuff like that. Nigerians they have that ego. They
go getters.
They are. They really are. And I feel like we're missing that in the Ghanaian community, because everyone's just worried about like, oh, let me get myself to the top, instead of helping your brother or your sister bring you along. It's like that crab in a bucket mentality.
Yeah.
Go ahead, speak about it. So, like, have you had any experiences like that, or have you witnessed like that?
I'm gonna talk about this page I follow. This Nigerian girl, her name is Everything Not Art, and like she does like this WhatsApp group text. She like makes it open so a whole bunch of people can just like sign up, and she gives you like a whole bunch of pointers of how to like grow your business, or basically how to like grow your Instagram, grow your business, the do's and don'ts of like being a business person. And I just think it's so cool, because I'm like, I definitely want to sign up for this, but I wish there was also like one for like Ghanaians where you can have a group text just bouncing off ideas of each other without having that fear that somebody's gonna steal your idea, or like, oh, I don't want to partner with them, I don't really like them, I don't like the crew they hang out with, you know. So I just think it's amazing. I mean, we love being Ghanaian.
We do. We're not
but we
Ghanaians,
just say it like it's just like this weird. I don't know what it is. I just feel like even when like you say you post something, we're Ghanaians just like, don't post this, don't post your achievements. You don't want somebody to ruin it. But I just feel like if you have faith or you believe in something, whatever God or whatever you believe in gave you a talent, like nobody can take it away from you. So why should we just be so scared of, oh, I don't want to share this idea because what about Isabella just takes it from me? Like, so I don't know what it is, but I just feel like it has to get better. Even with music, Ghanaian artists, they'd be like, when they make it, they start like trying to feature like Nigerians. And Nigerian artists, they always feature Nigerian artists. So I'm like, I don't understand. And even like when I go to parties, I'm like, it's a Ghana, like maybe like a Ghana independence party. It's mostly Nigerian music, but I'm like, it's a Ghana independence party. You will never go to a Nigerian party and they playing all Ghanaian music. They're probably gonna play like maybe like 2-3 tracks. But I'm just like, why can't we just be like proud of our own people? You know, back in the day when we used to go to like outdoors and stuff, I don't remember hearing Nigerian music. I heard like a shower.
I heard
they probably play they play like a shower and like maybe some like Midway or something. But we had mad tracks, so I'm like, why do I gotta go to my country's party and hear another country's party? I love Nigerian music though, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I also put down like we have this ego of like, I taught you everything. Like once you do collaborate, this is why I kind of had took a step back from collaborating or trying to collaborate with Ghanaian people, because sometimes like once you present the idea, you don't know if that person's really going to follow through with it. And there's been instances when like I've seen other people give their ideas with someone that they're going to collaborate with, and then the other person will go behind and try to get that idea done. But you know that the idea wasn't originally yours, you feel me? So with that, like, that kind of, like, it gets this mentality, like, I don't want somebody to be like, oh, I taught you everything you know, when you really didn't. You just contribute a little portion and stuff. Like, if it's a collaboration, it's two different parts that's coming together. It's not just one person, and we're fulfilling that idea.
So I had like this idea that I wanted to do something, and remember when I hit you up, I'm like, I found a girl who does the same exact thing, and I was like so fearful that people are gonna be like, well, Ghanaian people are gonna be like, oh, you're copying her. Like I actually friend requested her, but I'm like, let me not friend request her, because I'm like, oh, I don't want her to be like, oh, I'm copying her, even though I already had this idea and I don't know her. But just like, why should I feel that way? Yeah. Like, because there's 1,000 people doing the same thing. Yeah. But I just feel like Ghanaians just be like, oh, she copied me, oh, this and that. And it was like...
And that's even another thing I spoke about in the Pushing the Wheel episode, when I said that you can't feel like somebody's taking your idea when the idea wasn't originally created by you. So if I'm a photographer, there's a million photographers out there. I can appeal to a different audience than what the other person's appealing to. And we have to get out of that mindset that, oh, like, it's not always about competition. Like, collaboration is way stronger, is way better. You can get way higher above whatever when you are collaborating instead of competing. Like, being competitive and all that stuff. It's like competing. So, the next thing is, we look at different cultures. If you look at the Jewish culture, like, the Jewish people, they stick together. They
stick with their own.
Like, Asian people, they stick together. Like, and I don't know why it's not the same with even, like, with Africans, like
black people, mostly.
Because I think even Carl, like, you know, like, even though it's Nigerian Ghanaians, we always argue about the Jollof Wars and all that. But like, have you seen a collaboration that has been with a Ghanaian and a Nigerian?
I mean, I'm sure there may be, but I just don't know any right now.
I really have to think about that.
Maybe we just don't know of them, but they probably do exist. Yeah. If you're part of one, I mean. Put us on.
Student association within university, and same thing here. So what did you have any experience like working with the Nigerians and then like Ghanaians and stuff, bringing both cultures, collaborating?
Well, I feel like maybe the majority of our org was probably maybe Nigerian, but I don't really remember like ever being like tension. It was kind of like, oh, we're African, you know what I mean? Like the only thing we disagreed on was like jollof. But like when I was on a dance team, everybody was just like, okay, we dance, we kill it. But I just didn't feel like that tension.
That tension there. So same thing for me. When I was in the African Student Association for my school, we had more Ghanaians than we had Nigerians, but even with that, like with the Ghanaians, it was always we were butting heads and stuff. So the Nigerian come and were like, oh, what about you guys do this? And we're like, oh, okay, cool. And I even noticed that, like, even within our group, like, it was like 8 of us, and like 4 or 5 of us was Ghanaian, and then we had like 1 Nigerian, we had like 2 African Americans or something like that. That didn't equal 8, but still. But like, with that being said, like we still had this time, like for us, like we, even with the Ghanaians and stuff, we butt our heads and stuff, but we were able to understand, like, yo, like this is not about us at the moment, like we're representing Africa. So when people see us, like at the end of the day, like when, not trying to get all racial and stuff, but when a white man sees us, we're still black. They don't be like, oh, that's an African, oh, that's a Caribbean, that's a guy. They don't go into that. So with that being said, like I don't know why we, as even black people under that black umbrella, why don't we see like, oh, like as we're all one. We don't see that. We be like, no, I'm subset, I'm from here and everything.
We're real similar anyway. I don't understand.
We really are. But I feel like it's more deeper because you go into that history, even like with divide and conquer and stuff. Like once you split them up, once you separate people, you're able more, like, how do you gonna say, like you're able to more manipulate them and like put them against each other and stuff. So yeah, man, I just got into history, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So since starting Truth by Bella, were you surprised of the outcome, like the support you're getting, or were you like disappointed of, like, did you think that everybody was gonna support you or like repost you?
Okay, so I've been doing Truth by Bella for like, what do you mean, like podcasting or like blogging?
Just like the whole thing.
The whole brand.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it for 4 years now. When I started, the support was honestly not there. And with that, it's just kind of like I got into the habit of being consistent and like hitting everybody up on Snapchat, on Instagram, like, hey, check this out, whatever. So afterwards, when people started like checking it out and stuff, I see the views, you know, I pay attention to like how many people are looking at our stuff, or when people give back their feedback. So even with that, the reposts and stuff, I was struggling with that because people feel like that if they repost them and everything, like it's too much of a task for them and stuff. Like simple marketing, like even when you have your friends and stuff, when it comes to like your whole ideas, like if you share with your friend, you'll expect that your friend will share with everybody else and everything like that. Sometimes even your own friends, like when it comes to like ideas and stuff, if you put a price tag to it, your friends be trying to get the slide like, oh, let me get it for free or something like that. So that's kind of how it was too, like especially doing photography, like friends will want to do it for free and stuff, and I'll be like, nah, like I'm gonna treat you just like I'm gonna treat a stranger. Like if a stranger is gonna come in and pay, why are you being a friend? You should be more supportive and give me more money and stuff. But you know, but like you should be on the same page. So even with Truth by Bella, it was kind of like that. It was kind of like still difficult in terms of like having that support. But after a while, when it got something that they kept seeing and stuff, then that's when people want to bring in like, okay, you know, I'm gonna help out here and everything. So with collaboration, also pay attention to like on how like, not a person's collaboration track record, but how like things have worked out for them when they collaborated. Because sometimes people have that ego, like I said, that I taught you everything, and no, like you didn't teach me everything. So it's kind of like we need to snap out of that mindset. Like, what about you? Like, how do you feel about starting your future brand that you might start up?
Well, I mean, I think I watch like a lot of podcasts, I watch a lot of videos, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't expect too much. Like I should be ready for a disappointment. So I'm not expecting like the whole people who like maybe like my picture, comment my picture, to be like tuning in. So I already have that expectation. Like I don't have that expectation.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, even if it's 25 strangers, I'm okay with that because I don't expect everybody to be on board with it. And like I'm not gonna say I have a lot of friends. I know a lot of people, and out of like my close friends, only probably 2 people know what I really want to do in full detail, because I already know who will understand it better. Yeah. And who just would be like, oh, okay, that sounds great, cool. You know. Yeah. But they'll probably watch like the first episode, but they won't be like, oh, it's Wednesday, let me tune in. Like, you know, I have like 2 friends, and I think that's all I really need anyway. So. Yeah.
It's like when it comes to collaboration, you want to kind of shift this dynamic. Some aspects that are important when it comes to collaboration is effective communication. So if something is not working or you think that things should go a certain way, make sure you are vocal about that. The next thing, do you want to touch upon the next one?
Common goals, shared vision. So I mean, you guys gotta kind of have the same idea, not like idea, but like end goal, like the type of impact you want to go.
Yeah. The third one is open-mindedness. Like what I said, you need to be more open-minded. Like, just because you see it a certain way, that doesn't mean that like everyone's gonna see that same way. So just be open-minded of like some things you can implement into that idea that you guys both have. And the next one,
active listening. I mean, yeah, you have to listen. You gotta listen to the person you're collabing with. Like, you can't just be like tuning out, just like me. You gotta actually be like, okay, what do you think about this? Oh, okay, I understand. We jot this down and look on, like, you know, so maybe I can. Like, you just can't be closed-minded as well. Like, you can't.
And then I definitely agree with you on that. The next one is respect. RESPCT. So that one, you can't go into the collaboration all disrespectful. Like, you cannot do that. Like, I don't think, even if you come into, so say, let's put a situation. If you were working with somebody and then like every time you guys meet, they have an attitude like, alright, we done? Like, because I got things I gotta get done and stuff.
I don't got time.
You wouldn't even have, like, I personally would not even want that energy around me, because it's like, why are you being so negative? Like, what's wrong? Like, we just trying to get this done
early.
Yeah, like, so people with that, like, just have that respect. And then the last thing I want to touch upon is also have that trust, like, with the person that you're working with. Because if you don't trust them, then that's when you come into that mindset that, oh, maybe this person's gonna go behind my back and try to do what I'm, like, trying to accomplish and stuff. So trust is really important.
Really annoys me. Like, I know so many people who have like brands and stuff, and like I know they can go far with it, but I mean, I know things come in a way, but I just feel like consistency is like really important. And like, just for a brand, like, you just gotta be mindful of how you like present yourself, because like if you're somebody who's always late, like nobody's gonna like Isabel's like, if she hit me up like, yo, you ever work with this person, I'm like, yo, they bad late, they came late, they don't communicate well, like, don't waste your time. So especially with like, I'll say my Africans, like, they're just not like professional. I hate it. They're like so not professional. I'm like, why can't you just
come on
be
time?
Professional, be on time, be prepared. Like, just be prepared. It's just common sense. It's respectful. You want like, if I want to be successful in everything, I'm doing my best that I can. I'm not gonna be late. I'm not gonna be unprepared. I'm not gonna study. I'm gonna study the material. So that's why I was like, just have your shit together. Before you come.
That's even the same, like, to touch upon that with the lateness in Africans, like, even events cry, hey, if you book the place from like 5 to like 8 o'clock, people be like, have that mindset, oh, let me go at 8, maybe it'll go at 8. But no, you didn't put that money towards that, yo.
And then you come and you be mad as hell it's late.
Be mad that it's late, like, you missed the event. So that's the thing, like, man, Africans, we gotta do better, but for real, like, and like with us, if Africans come together,
we'll take over.
We'll take over. Like, you see, we got Asians ahead of us, we got Jewish people ahead of us. No shame to them, but like, we can be up there too. Like, instead of just being the consumer for them, we can be the producers. We can be the people that are like just up there.
I feel like we just probably just don't value each other. like we don't value each other. Like people just are so close. They just want to like, oh, this is my idea. This is what I'm gonna do. But they don't understand that. Okay, if I collab or if I tell Isabella I'm into this, she might know somebody who is also big up there who can take me places. You know what I mean? It's like you're making yourself very stagnant because you're just my way. But if you go the other way, it might be better.
But another thing I learned was that when it comes to collaboration, sometimes people think in this mindset that, do I want to put my name on the line for you? So that's why you need to make sure, like, if you're gonna do something, be professional. Like, even if it's like somebody that you're friends with, like, nah, when it's business, it's business. Like, this ain't like, oh, nah, oh, what you gonna do tomorrow? Like, no, we're focused on what we need to focus on and stuff. So with that, everybody just gotta be mindful of that. Like, even if it's your friend, even if it's somebody that you know and everything, just have that professionalism, because it's important in the long run, even when you're working with like other people. They're tuning in. Like, anything else, where can they follow you at on social media?
My Instagram is not popping, but
oh my god,
I deleted my app. I don't know. It's Squeaks, like SQUEEKSS. I think something like that. You guys will eventually find it.
You guys will find. I'm gonna tag her in it because you don't know it. All right, thank you guys so much, and have a good day.
Bye.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.